Hey guys, and welcome back to The Edge podcast brought to you by Lockin, where we have tough conversations with traders that have seen it all and made it to the top. Guys, today my guest is TimNQ, and he's just 22 years old, just moved to Dubai. Roughly a year ago, he didn't even know what trading is. So Tim, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, pleasure to have you here. And third of all, every trader has an interesting story. So what is yours?
Thank you, Tom. I'm really excited to be on this podcast here with you. And yeah, man, as you said, like 1 year ago, I didn't even knew what trading was. And now, pretty much like about a month ago, I moved to Dubai, or like 3 weeks ago. And yeah, it's been like very, very fast. Like my journey has been extremely fast. I started with watching YouTube videos about trading. I started with the TJR Bootcamp.
Okay, yeah,
um,
that
yeah,
legendary one. Everyone is talking about this one.
yeah. I don't think it's like good, like knowledge-wise, but I think he helps you to like get into trading because he also like made the bootcamp like also like a little bit entertaining.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, so I watched all those videos. I think it was like 60 plus videos. I
wow.
just journaled everything.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, then I started trading gold. So I started with XAU USD.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like didn't work out, but I don't want to say it didn't work out, but I didn't really know what I was doing at that time.
Right, makes sense.
Um, so yeah, I just informed myself a little bit more, started watching more YouTube videos and getting more into it. That was like I think the second or third month after I started with the bootcamp.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw some videos about ICT trading, about young people making a lot of money with ICT concepts or smart money concepts. And yeah, then I decided to join a mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in September 2025 or end of
Okay.
August. And yeah, from there it went pretty fast, I would say. I did everything that it took basically to get to
Mm-hmm.
this level where I'm at right now because I don't know, I see a lot of people that join mentorships or join coachings and they don't put in the work. They
Mm-hmm.
buy into something, but they think, okay, if I buy into a mentorship, um, I'm gonna immediately become profitable or like make a lot of money. But that's not how it works. You have to put in a lot of work on your own, and that's basically what I did. I studied a lot, backtested a shit ton, and journaled all my trades. And yeah, then I got my first payout in December.
Mm-hmm.
It was around 9.6K with Top Step.
Okay.
And after that, it went pretty much just straight up from there. And I made just more and more payouts. And I think it was like February was like, I think it was like another 15K month. So after that
Mm-hmm.
payout, because my first payout was like in end of December, January,
Mm-hmm.
then February, then after February it started to go extremely fast. So March was also like, I think March was like nearly 40K, and then
Wow.
April, yeah, April, and all with prop firms. So Top Step, Lucid, Alpha Trader. So I until now I only traded with prop firms, and yeah, now this last month or like these last basically 4 weeks, I pretty much just requested 10K per week,
Mm-hmm.
which is insane. And
Yep.
yeah, then I moved out to Dubai as well, as I mentioned, because I wanted to grow as a person, as a
Right.
human. And obviously, you also probably know it. Like in Dubai, it's basically a shark tank. You're
Yeah.
surrounded by extremely successful people. You're getting humbled
Oh yeah.
24/7. Like for example, today I went to the beach because I'm like
Mm-hmm.
living at the beachfront right now. And yeah, you leave your apartment and the first thing you see is like two Euruses with like men's retuning, like three
Yeah.
Brabus G wagons. Like it's just insane. And yeah, it's just yeah, that basically was my journey in a very quick
Hmm.
storytelling. So
No, I
yeah.
think it's awesome. There's a lot of things, and I want to like ask you specifically. And I guess the first thing I want to ask is, you had a mentor early on, and in trading, there's two groups of people, I would say, in general. There's one group that says, if you are a profitable trader, you shouldn't really teach it, just focus on trading. And another group says, yes, you do need a mentor. So what are your thoughts on that? And maybe where the mentor did help you when you were starting out, and maybe also how to vet those mentors, because as we all know, trading, it has some people that are not necessarily the best coaches. So if you were to get a coach right now, how would you kind of recognize who is legit and who is not?
Mhm. Yeah, I think like people that are mad at someone because he's teaching other people how to trade.
Yeah.
I I really cannot understand that, because if someone has the success with trading, someone has the results, right? He has a lot of payouts that he shows. Um, and obviously, if someone has those type of results, a lot of people are going to ask him like, "How are you doing this?" And yeah, can you teach me? Can you help me to get to that level? And obviously, if someone has that type of results, I don't know, it can be 20, 30, 40K per month with prop firms
Hmm.
or even more. Um, that person, his time is valuable, right? And if, let's say, 100 to 200 people are asking him, how do you do this? Or even 1,000 people, he cannot teach uh, or he cannot help every one of them, right?
Yep.
And that's why I think if someone wants help, if someone really is committed, right? That was also the reason why I searched for help, searched for a mentor that could have helped me. And
Hmm.
that basically my mentor helped me to get to this level. I'm not
Hmm.
trading the same as he is right now, because I changed something also about my trading that helps me also with my psychology better.
Hmm.
But I think teaching someone to trade, or like helping someone to get to a level that he wants, basically, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, absolutely. And because you as a mentor, you as a coach are not forcing him to enter you a mentorship, or you're not forcing him to do anything. The
Yep.
person who buys into your mentorship, who needs that help, is searching for that help, right? So if you are a good mentor, and obviously if you are just a guru that doesn't know how to trade, or like he doesn't have any results, um, I don't know, like that's just stupid if you are buying a course from them.
Hmm.
But to be honest with you, I don't even care about those people, because I just focus on myself and on my journey. But as I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because if you are committed and if you do put in the work, a mentor and a coach is one of the best things that you can like get into if you're just starting out with trading, or you
Yeah.
still are struggling.
100%. So what would you say were some of the most valuable things that your mentor taught you back then when you were starting out?
Mhm. Um, I would say like just like basic market understanding, because like from the TJR Bootcamp,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it was like I didn't know anything. um, I got learned
Makes
like
sense.
break of structure and just like basic stuff, but it didn't help me a lot, like with
Okay.
nothing basically. So I learned a lot with like how the markets are moving, like
Hmm.
the higher time frame narrative, the drawn liquidity for the exact
Okay.
trading session, that you don't have to trade all day. You can trade like one session a day. You can take one
Hmm.
trade a day. You can be profitable with just trading 1 hour per day, right?
Hmm.
Um, and for me, what I realized is that the most important part with trading is the higher time frame, right? Because a low time frame entry model is not going to move the market or make you a profitable trader, but you have to understand how the higher time frame is moving on a daily basis. And I think if you are at that point where you really are confident with taking your setups because you know the higher time frame is gonna trade to this exact level for the exact trading session, then your low time frame entry model is not that important.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's like really what I learned the most, or like I learned a lot from them.
And because you mentioned that you also use ICT, and there is people who support ICT. There's people who say ICT doesn't work because whatever. What are your thoughts? And by the way, why do you think there's so much hate on ICT in the trading space?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why people are even hating on someone else trading a specific
Right.
way, because
Hey, real quick, if you trade crypto or Forex and you keep running into the same set of mistakes, like taking profits too early, moving stop losses all the time, chasing the pump at 3 a.m., I know exactly what you're doing because I've been in the same place. And that's why we built Lock-in. Analyze thousands of accounts, over 400 data points per trade, 11 emotional states, every single thing that destroy traders. It's like Whoop, but for traders. Now, if you want to get access to top 7 mistakes that destroy over 90% of accounts, go to lockin.trade and leave your email. That will also put you on a priority access for the Lock-in app. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
like if you are profitable with the way you are trading, and if someone else found a other way and that he is profitable with ICT trading, for example, then why are you even hating on them? You know, like I think most of the people are just hating on ICT traders to get a lot of attention and to make a lot of traffic on their socials. Because for me, for example, like I just trade the way I trade. It
Mm-hmm.
happened to be ICT trading because I got into that, and
Yeah.
it works. So, like, I don't understand anyone that is hating on someone else. Because if you are profitable in the markets and are trading a specific way, then uh, like it doesn't make sense to hate on anyone else, right?
What would you say for the people that don't know what is ICT? Like, what are the fundamental concepts of ICT trading?
Mhm. Um, ooh, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like a lot of people, um, I never watched an ICT video, so like
Mm-hmm.
from ICT himself, but I
Okay.
just learned like the concepts that
Mm-hmm.
basically he teaches. And my mentor once told me, um, ICT trading is or like his videos on YouTube are a little bit complicated to understand and anything, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And therefore, I basically just learned everything from my mentor at that time. And like the what was your question in specific? Like
Just
what
like
are
what are
you?
the, let's say you're explaining ICT to someone who just doesn't understand, because not
Okay.
everyone listening they will know. So how would you explain the strategy, just like, in simple words?
Mhm. I think the most important part with trading or with ICT trading
Yeah.
is your high time frame drawn liquidity.
Okay.
Because um, for me, for example, always before I trade, so before every trading session, I go on the charts 15 minutes before a New York session open,
Mm-hmm.
and I do my analysis, right? I see on the charts, okay, what are we respecting? What are we disrespecting? Are we
Right.
currently in a premium in on the higher time frame? Are we in discount of the price range? And where do we have a clear drawn liquidity in being like, let's say, equal highs, relative equal highs, data lows, just a very good drawn liquidity, and also like high time frame for value gaps
Mm-hmm.
that price can rebalance. And that's like for me, that's the most important, because if I don't have a confident high time frame drawn liquidity, I'm not going to take a trade, because then I'm just not confident in any setup, right? So for me, I would say like the analysis that I do before the session has to be like really clear, and I have to have that on point. Otherwise, I'm not interested in taking a trade. And then
Mm-hmm.
obviously it gets more specific, but for me, I'm trading like time plus price, right? So a lot of with PO3.
Mm-hmm.
I think like it's just the best, not confluence, but like system, like in viewing the markets, right? Because it just makes so much sense. Like the high time frame candle opens, it remanipulates your current high. Maybe we had a unmitigated 15-minute there. The 10 a.m. open manipulates, and then you can basically um, get into the trade to get into the distribution of the 10 a.m. candle, for example. And it doesn't have to be 10 a.m. candle; it can also be the 9:30 open, the 9:45, right? The 10:15. Just depends on the trading day. But yeah.
So this is basically your let's call it daily trading routine. So you analyze the charts 15 minutes before the open, you see what happens on the market open on Nasdaq, and then what's next? How many trades you take per day? Is it only one? You know,
Mhm.
how does that
It
work?
it depends. So sometimes I take one trade, but sometimes I also take two trades. And
Okay.
I never like in a long time now have taken more than three trades, because I
Okay.
think after your first loss, let's say, I give
Mm-hmm.
myself one more chance, right, to have another trade. But I think then after the second one, you just want, there's like no technical analysis anymore in your
Yeah.
on your charts, but it's just like out of revenge or out of wanting that money back that you lost. So I did those, or like I put myself uh, in those rules for myself with trading. Um, but yeah, like normally I always take my trade from 9:30 to 10:30. Like
Okay.
I don't even trade after 10:30. It's like very, very rare.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And then no, I
Yeah.
just
Go.
wanted to say, and then I
Okay.
just I have my trade, then I post on my socials about my trades, then I have my trade recap with the students, and that's basically it for the trading day.
Mm-hmm. Why do you believe in posting on socials? Do you think it's necessary for you as a trader? Maybe you learn something this way, because again, there's various people, various opinions. Some people say, "Oh, if you're profitable, don't post about it," and then there's some people saying, "Oh, but I want to pass some wisdom to people, and I want also, I want them to avoid the mistakes that I made." So, do social media in your personal trading, do they help you, or would you say no?
I mean, if you are profitable and you don't post on social media, I think you're like a little bit, don't want to say stupid, but
Yeah.
um, like it just doesn't make sense. Like, why don't you want to build a personal brand? It's the
Mm-hmm.
best thing that you can do in like in this time, right? Because it's the most valuable. Like a lot of brands will contact you, and you will just make even more money. And there's no reason for you to like take advantage of that opportunity, right? So that's basically the reason why I post on social media, because I just want to also like build myself a personal brand. And yeah, that's basically it. And for all the
I think
people that yeah.
I mean, I think that's awesome. Like I see that, I know that, but there is a lot of people that have this kind of like, I would call it just a weird mentality, man, because it's like saying, oh, Elon Musk is a good entrepreneur, so why does he post on the socials? I don't know.
Yeah. like it's the same, like I don't know, like Elon Musk had PayPal, right? Or
Yeah.
Elon Musk has Tesla, like, and he's like extremely successful with it. And then he like did more. He didn't stop, right? He then got into like SpaceX, and he made just even more money or become way more successful, because like the human mind, if he achieved something, he always wants more. So those people that are hating on someone because he's doing more than themselves, they are just like just weird people. So I
Yeah.
cannot understand them, to be honest.
Because that's also what got me interesting a little bit. At the beginning, you mentioned that um I think you said some of the parts of the strategy of your mentor at the beginning, you tweaked it and you adjusted it to your kind of like psychological rules. So I want to talk about a
Hmm.
little bit about that, which is for you, what is the psychological type of trading, and maybe what kind of psychological mistakes did you make in the past? How do you ensure you don't make them right now? Maybe some of the biggest psychological mistakes that you see your students making.
Yeah, I mean, I think with like 99% of traders, they know what
Hmm.
they have to do, but it's basically just the mindset. It's just the psychology that keeps them from getting consistent payouts. And what I changed, because my mentor was always trading IFGs. You probably
Okay.
know that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't really like. I don't want to say I didn't like it because
Hmm.
sometimes I still take IFG trades, right?
Okay.
Um, but I wanted to have a smaller stop loss with my trades. I wanted to have
Right.
a bigger risk reward, because with IFGs, there are days where you can have like a 1 to 3, 1 to 4,
Yeah.
but like the most of the time, if you, let's say you take the highest time frame inversion from Gap, it's probably a 1 to 1 risk to reward, or also a 1 to 2.
Hmm.
And what I like noticed also from myself, okay, like I see where price is reversing. I know that level where price has a extremely high chance to reverse, right? So why should I wait for the IFG? Why should I wait for the highest time frame IFG to enter my trade? But I can have my entry way prior to that and have a better risk to reward, and also go break even faster.
Hmm.
So that's what I changed for my trading as well. And that basically also helped me a lot with when it comes to psych and when it comes to my mindset. Um, because obviously if you have a, let's say, 1 to 5, 1 to 6 RR trade, you just make way more profits with one trade, instead of like having a 1 to 1 or having a 1 to 2, which is also like very good, right? But I just thought to myself, okay, like I can make, let's say, 3 to 4K or even more, right? With one good trade. And basically, if you have that one good trade, you can like, and if you do that on like, let's say, 5 to 10 accounts, you can request like a shit ton of money in the upcoming trading weeks,
Yeah.
basically.
So would you say that your focus became more about fighting these high leverage trades where just the RR is better, and then once you understood it, you were like, okay, now it's time to buy more prop firm accounts and just do the same shit that already works just at scale.
Yeah, I mean, I am like not that type of trader that trades, let's say, 30 to 40 accounts,
Okay.
because I never got into that. I think I could do it. Like, for example, I never traded with Apex before,
Okay.
and I do want to try them out, because I think it's crazy that you can like trade 20 accounts
Right. Yeah.
at the same time. Um, but like until now, the prop firms that I traded with is like Top Step, obviously,
Hmm.
Alpha Futures, and Tradify, and most importantly also Lucid Trading. I love Lucid, and I got moved to live as well now with Lucid.
Oh, nice.
So I'm waiting for those accounts to get approved. um, but yeah, like normally I'm always in that range from like 5 to 10 accounts that I'm
Okay.
trading together, because I
Hmm.
think like that's already enough. Like, if
Yeah.
you have like, let's say, 10K buffer on 5 accounts, only on five,
Yeah.
um, then you can request 10K per week on, let's say, a 50K account, right?
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I basically got moved to live after I pulled out 40K from those accounts with Lucid,
Okay.
and I had like a 16.5K buffer still on every account. So basically, they ripped me for like 75K or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes, right?
No, it's good. It's awesome. When do you think is the time to transition to like live accounts? Because some of the prop firm traders I spoke with, they're like, we don't know how long prop firms are gonna be around. We just wanna do that. And some of them, they think that trading on, which also I agree with, that trading on your own money and just on a live account, it's a little bit different than trading on a prop firm account. But also like prop firm kind of feels like trading on demo money, like it's not your money. So like I'm thinking loud here. Would you say the goal of every trader should be to eventually transition towards a live account?
100%. For me, like I never before traded a live account until
Okay.
now. So like with Lucid, for example, it's my first time. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not really my capital, right, that I'm putting in on the account and like
Right.
trading with a broker, but it's still like prop money. But yeah, for me, for example, I really want to get into it also with trading a live account because I have no rules.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I have to do on a daily basis to take advantage or make a lot of profits out of the markets. And but the best thing that you can do, and I also talked about this with a good friend of mine, um, like if you are starting out with trading, you have to build up your capital with prop firms.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to do it. And once you got to a specific level, then you can decide, okay, I can open a live account now. Let's say you put in $50,000 on a live account,
Yep.
and like 1% with a $50,000 live account is $500, right? And
Yep.
if you have a average RR of like 3, 4, or 5 RR, you make a lot of money on a daily basis, right?
Right.
And yeah, so I do think like it should be the end goal for everyone
Mm-hmm.
to switch to a live account. But obviously, like you can also trade live accounts together with prop accounts, right?
Right.
So you can also do both. I mean, it's like everyone else's like decision basically. Um, but yeah, it's just also like a very good opportunity to like spend 100 to $500 for accounts and to take out multiple 10Ks from those, right? So
What amount do you think is good to transition to the live account? 50K, 100K?
that's also a good question.
Hey, real quick, if you trade crypto or Forex and you keep running into the same set of mistakes, like taking profits too early, moving stop losses all the time, chasing the pump at 3 a.m., I know exactly what you're doing because I've been in the same place. And that's why we built Lock-in. Analyze thousands of accounts, over 400 data points per trade, 11 emotional states, every single thing that destroy traders. It's like whoop, bad for traders. Now, if you want to get access to top 7 mistakes that destroy over 90% of accounts, go to lockin.trade and leave your email. That will also put you on a priority access for the Lock-in app. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
Because I didn't do it until now. So
Okay.
I would say 50K is like a good amount for me. Because then okay, if I have a good trading day, I can make up to like 1K or even more.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have a bad trading day, the most amount that I'm gonna lose is like $500.
Yeah.
So I think 50K is like a good amount, but yeah, I would say that's my answer to that.
And what is your long-term plan? Because you want to just trade prop firms, build up your capital, and then let's say, and I heard different stories, right? Like some people would say, oh, I just want to have a big live account, and some people say, oh, I want to put it in stocks, and some people say, I want to buy a GT3RS, whatever. What do you want to do? What is your plan?
Yeah, like I think everyone has like very big goals, or like for me,
Yeah.
for example, I also had very big goals. Um, I actually made a tweet about it on the 25th of November, if I'm not mistaken, that my goals, it was like in 2025, for the rest of the year of 2025 was to get my first payout and to master my
Okay.
psychology. And then for 2026 to make 100K in payouts with prop firms or like with trading in general. And I
Mhm.
already like achieved all of that in like
That's awesome.
May.
Sick.
And so I had to like make a new goal now, and I wrote I think it's like a 300K now, my
Yeah.
new like payout goal or like profit goal with prop firms or live accounts as well.
Right.
And I want to buy a A12 super fast.
Let's go.
But yeah, it always takes time. but if you do what you know what that you have to do on a daily basis, you can
Hmm.
achieve everything in life. And I'm really sure about that. But obviously, the most important thing, and that I'm also like extremely grateful is that I can basically live this life, right? Because I was like working a 9 to 5 like 3 months ago.
That's
And
insane. That's fucking insane.
yeah.
No, I
And
mean, look, like just three
like
months, right? Like how fast life can actually change if you commit.
it's insane. Like I didn't imagine even to be in this exact position that I'm in like 3 months ago. Um, but yeah, life can change extremely fast. So the most important part for me is always like to also be grateful, because
Yep.
it's not normal that I can live this life, but I did deserve it, obviously. So yeah, that's the most important, to have that time freedom and obviously that financial freedom. So everything that comes above that is just a bonus point. Let's say it like that.
I agree with you, especially on the gratitude point. It's actually an interesting story. So we were interviewing also a prop firm trader, William from Canada, and
Hmm.
he said something like, the moment I became profitable, I basically deleted social media from my phone, and I like actually tried to limit that because that would impact my trading. Every time I will make 2-3K in a day, I'll see someone making 10, and then I'll risk more, and that's not necessary. So I
Hmm.
think people also need to be aware that like in trading, less is more. And yeah, don't get yourself into that like comparison, because everyone starts somewhere. If you really do the math, even $100 a day, right? People don't make that money. Like, you go outside of trading, people don't make that money.
That's
five hundred
actually
bucks a day,
crazy.
people don't make that money, and that's
Yeah.
actually crazy, right? Like, for us, it's like, oh yeah, $500. But if you really say the same thing to a normal person, they'll be like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah, that's actually insane. Like I think every trader, um, they don't really understand, like, or they lost like the how do you say it in English? Like
Perception.
like the not the worth of money, but like the
Yeah, the
understanding
perception,
of like
the thought,
the
your
perception of money, like
yeah.
of how much you're really making. But because like for example, like let's say like these last 4 to 5 weeks, I pull out like 40K. So
Yeah,
from prop firms, that's like 2 years of 9 to 5 working for me,
exactly.
that I had at my job. So it's just like completely insane if you think about it. But yeah.
Did you have this moment as well where like, or maybe you didn't have it because you trade with prop firms, but a lot of people that let's say they start with already like their own capital, they are like, the reason why they can't make progress is because basically they are too attached to the amount, right? And they don't see the money as like, they are basically emotionally attached to money, and they don't see it as just a number on the screen, right? So then they focus on the money, they don't focus on the strategy, and then they fuck up and then they lose money. Did you also have that, or you didn't have that? For you, it was always numbers on the screen, and you were never attached.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like when I was like attached to the money, because I think everyone has that moment in their trading journey,
Yeah.
it's just way harder, because
Oh yeah.
if you are so attached to the outcome and to the money part with trading, then you will make psychological mistakes on the charts. That's just how it's going to go. But once you really detach from the outcome, once you really detach from the money with trading, and once you like understand also with prop firms that it's not real money, it only becomes real money until it hits your bank account, and until that it's basically also just a video game at the end of the day. um like I made so much progress once I stopped like caring about the outcome. So really it's really really important to have that type of mindset when it comes to trading.
I want to dig a little bit deeper into that. Like, it's easier to say because I know I've been there, and I've been hearing people saying, "Oh, detach from money, detach from." I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, detach from money, right? Like, I don't know how to do it. Like, I understand what you want, I don't know how to do it. So, like, realistically, how to do it? You mentioned an interesting thing. You said you focus on the strategy, so that allowed you to kind of be like, okay, I try to trick my brain into not thinking about the reward. I just focus on making the process as good as I can, like the strategy, like how walk me through the mechanics.
Yeah, so what I like noticed is that I don't really could it like handle when I was like extremely long in drawdown, or like I
Right.
was like for example moving my stop loss, or like just doing dumb shit on the charts that I know that I if I do that I'm not going to make a lot of profits with trading, right?
Mhm.
So I had to like search something that helps me to prevent to do this type of things, right? Because I also like journaled all those trades. So I saw, okay, every time my trade goes in drawdown, every time I have that phase of drawdown with my trade, I get like not scared, but like anxious, or
Right.
I don't know, I get in a other state of my mind basically, and
Hmm.
emotionality. And so I thought to myself, okay, I just basically I need a better entry of my strategy, because I
Mm.
know when price is going to reverse. But I'm always waiting for that IFVG. I'm always waiting for that highest time frame IFVG.
Right.
So I changed something, and I now, for example, I have like extremely tight stop losses, which
Okay.
also which means that I can also like go break even way faster.
Hmm.
So my trade is also risk free, way faster. And there are days where I am in profits for like 2 to 3K, right, on all accounts. So it's like
Yeah.
20 to 30K.
Hmm.
But then I get stopped out or break even. But
It just happens
you have
every
to
shred.
tell yourself it happens. Like there's always a day tomorrow.
Right.
And if you know what you're doing on the charts, you like one trading day does not matter. It does not matter in the long picture, because as I said, you always have to keep in your head the bigger picture with trading.
Hmm.
And for example, if you are backtesting and you're backtesting 1 month of data, and after that month you have a 70 to 80% win rate, and you also have like 1 to 2 losing days, or maybe 3 losing days during that month,
Yeah.
why do you then change something in the live markets, right? There are always going to be one day where you did a mistake, for example, where you um, let's say you took a trade, but um, after the session you realize, okay, maybe it wasn't the best trade, but then you crashed out when it comes to live markets, because there's real money on the line. And when you're backtesting, you're following your rules. Let's say you just take one trade a day, maybe 2 trades a day, and then at the end of the month you have a 70 to 80% win rate, right? So why do you not replicate that stuff on the live markets, with the understanding that prop firms is just a video game and it's not real money until it hits your bank account?
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah. It just requires like thinking about it in a different way. Um, I'm I'm curious about this thing because you said that you journaled or you still journal, and I'm curious, do you still like write down things and reflect on your trades, or it became like way more automatic for you and just natural?
Like right now I'm not journaling anymore,
Okay.
um, because I don't have the time anymore. Because when I do my trade recap with all of my students, I answer the questions from them.
Yeah.
So I basically, um,
You're doing
if
the
I would,
journal during
I
the.
journal by doing that, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense for me to like take the time of the day to like redo that, because it's just unnecessary now as well, because I know how the markets are moving. I know what I have to do to make my profits on a daily basis. So yeah, you will like reach a point, right, where back testing or like journaling is not that necessary anymore,
Yeah.
because you know that what you're doing. And obviously if you do have students, or if you do have like I don't know, live sessions where you're going over price and teaching someone else, then you journal automatically in your head as well.
Hmm. I was gonna ask you, what do you teach in your community?
I teach my strategy. I teach
Hmm.
mindset, psychology with trading. I actually have like a other mentor inside the
Nice.
mentorship that
Okay.
helps me also with mindset calls, because he helped me also a lot. He's also like a good friend of mine when it comes to the mindset part, right?
Hmm.
Um, because I think like mindset with training is obviously, as I said, the most important part.
Yeah.
And it doesn't like, it's the same with anything else. Like, let's say, with anything in life, like, I don't know, going to the gym or having another business that you want to become successful with, or I don't know, let's say with high ticket sales, with
Anything.
e-com, anything that you want to achieve in life, the mindset part and the psychology is like, I would say, always the same, or like it's very, very important and it's a big factor. And as I said, like he helped me a lot when it comes to the mindset. Also with always hiring your current frequency, right? When you're currently like mad at someone, or let's say something happened to you in the morning, or someone did not treat you um, a way that you want to be treated,
Yep.
then why are you even mad, or like why are you even letting that go into your head? But instead of like being mad, or like being in this state of your mind, just a bad frequency basically, and taking that bad frequency onto the charts, right? And instead of doing that, just hiring your frequency, don't caring about other people or how they treat you, but just being truthful to yourself. And also like, um, let's say, for example, what I did is when I was in a bad mood or something, I listened to
Hmm.
music, right? Because I
Yep.
really like music. I really like listening to music, and it puts me into a higher state of frequency. Or let's say what he taught me, for example, is he always had like a perfume, right? And
Hmm.
that specific perfume, when he like uh,
Smell it. Yeah.
when he smelled it, it basically entered in a other like I don't want to say like in a lock-in mode, or but like he basically, it helped him to get into that state of mind where he can really focus on one specific thing, right?
Oh, dude, I love it.
And
I love it. I think for
yeah,
people that don't understand it, is like for them it's some crazy woo stuff, but it's actually a technique in psychology called anchoring. So you anchor yourself back, and
exactly,
it's it. People don't understand that everything in life is patterns. So the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So when you fall short,
hmm,
let's say in the gym, you're gonna fall short in your trading. If you don't follow your whatever you decide to follow, you break your own rules, then you're gonna break your own rules in trading. It's all patterns. Um, and observing yourself and being able to anchor yourself out of the situation, or put yourself out of a specific state of mind, being aware that if you don't do it, it's gonna later on transform into your trading. It's a very mature thing. Um, and I believe this part is something that people don't really cover in the trading space, because trading to some extent is almost spiritual. It's like a introspection journey towards yourself, where you understand your own triggers, right? And you're like, oh, I revenge traded not because I don't know I want to make money, but I want to make money because let's say it's tied directly to my self-worth and all these kind of things. And only once you actually deeply understand yourself, I think that becomes a moment when you can be profitable in trading.
exactly. Because like you can always be mad at someone, right? You can
Oh yeah.
always search something that doesn't go good in your life, or I don't know, a bad situation that happened. But the only thing that you can really change is how you think about it and how you act about it. Because the outcome of something, let's say with trading, with anything else in your life, you cannot have a impact on the outcome, but the only thing that you can have an impact is on your daily habits, right? And if you, let's say, are stuck in a 9 to 5 right now, um, and you have to be there, right, until you become profitable, until you have a lot of payouts, just make the best out of it. Because it doesn't help you to be mad when you're currently at that job, but you have to make the best out of it. That's also what I did when I was there.
Hmm.
I just thought to myself, okay, I'm in this situation right now and I cannot change it, right? The only thing that I can do is to follow my plan, my daily inputs with trading. And it, once I get to a specific goal, then I can quit the job. But until I didn't achieve that, I have to make the best out of it. And not only with a job, but also when it comes to the gym. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know if you, I didn't really like, or there are days where you are not that motivated, right? But you
Yeah.
still go to the gym because you know, okay, if I do go to the gym, it helps me to build my discipline and discipline under pressure. Because if my mind tells me, okay, I don't want to go to the gym, it's not that like I want to take a rest day today. But then
Yeah.
if you change your mind in that specific moment, and you basically you not you see yourself, but you catch yourself lacking basically, and you tell yourself, no, like fuck it, I'm going to crush this gym session. I'm going to have the
Yeah.
best gym session that I ever had. Like your whole day changes from that specific moment, and the only thing that you did is you basically shifted your mindset.
Yeah. And that also it's
So
a thing
yeah,
in psychology, right? Like it's I call it winning a day. Some people call it like stacking the proof, but basically it's it's about proving to yourself, not to other people, that you can and you don't fall short, and then you stack those wins, right? So what I always tell people is like, you don't have to figure everything out like right now, because you never want. But as you said, the only thing you can realistically control is your daily inputs. So even if your brain lies to you and it's like, oh, you don't deserve a six pack, you don't deserve $1 million, whatever, you're like, okay, but if I follow my trading rules consistently for a year, or if I go to the gym consistently for a year and I eat correct and I rest correct, I'll have it. I mean, simple as that, right? So like, things are
100%.
not good or bad, things just are. And I think to just close this up, the most exciting part is that you can actually assign meaning to things, right? You decide, like, are they good or bad, or maybe to be more specific, are they useful or not useful? Because when you say good or bad, it also like puts this, like emotional weight on those things, and then you're like, oh, this is good, this is bad, and I like to consider things in different categories. I can say, oh, this is useful for me, this behavior is useful for me, and this behavior is not useful for me. If it doesn't serve my goals, it's
Exactly.
not useful. Simple as that.
Or also like, what can I learn from this exact moment? And not, as you said, it's bad or it's good, but what can I learn from this moment to not
Yeah.
make the same mistake the next day, the next week, right?
Yeah.
But also to like conclude this
Hmm.
conversation, what I also like always told myself, and I'm still telling that myself,
Yeah.
because it basically, it's like the beachfront, so there are uh, like millions and billions of worth of yachts down there. Like if someone else can do it, there is no reason that you or that I cannot achieve the same things in life. Like
I love it.
there's just no reason. So yeah,
Maybe you don't know in the moment how you're gonna get there, but it doesn't mean it's impossible, right?
exactly.
Okay, I think, man, like, awesome podcast, awesome interview. I think a lot of value for people. If someone wants to follow you, where they can follow you?
I'm active on Instagram. I'm very
Hmm.
active also on Twitter. It's always TimNQ or Tim.NQ. And yeah, I also like have a YouTube channel that I'm pretty active on that as well. So yeah, if you
Nice.
want to follow me, just go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna link it below as well. Thank you so much, man, for your time. It was a
Thank you,
pleasure.
brother.